This is Lionel's RS-11 that they cataloged back in 2012. I think it was in their Volume 2 catalog. It goes by number 6-38452. This unit originally suggested retail price of $479. I picked it up from Businger Trains for about $100 off that price. So I was thrilled with the deal I got, brand new in the box, and really excited to get this thing going around the layout. Before we get started with that, just a couple of quick things about the unit. It's Lionel, so it's a little bit more toy-like than some of the very detailed unit. I wouldn't call it highly detailed, but I would call it nicely detailed. Very well-defined cast-in detail in the vents and the steps and the trucks. You know, there are not actual springs in the trucks. They're cast-in springs, but they still look pretty good. Some of the ladders and the handlebars are obviously separately applied, I think, windshield wipers, that sort of thing. But for the most part, you know, I would say it's a moderately nice detail job that they've done. The paint job is excellent, really thrilled with that. Nice crisp graphics and good delineation between the black and the yellow. So looks real good from my standpoint. Let's go ahead and get this thing on the rails and fire it up. The first thing you're going to notice by the vantage point in the camera is that this thing is set up to run long hood forward. I'm not sure if that was regular practice on the Penn Central or if they inherited that from one of the predecessor roads from where they got this unit. I don't really know. Some of the videos I've seen of Penn Central do show these RS-11s running long hood forward, so I suppose it is true to the prototype from that standpoint. The number, not so much, 7605. That may have been a number they applied. It's certainly not a number that they got from a predecessor road. So you'll see this thing when it fires up here in just a moment. The headlights will come on long hood forward, and the rear marker lights will come on as they're supposed to, which is nice. This is a Legacy unit, so you're going to see all the features that Legacy has to offer built into this unit. One more quick comment about Legacy before we get started here is that unlike many Lionel units, the controls for Legacy, speed control and smoke, are actually not located beneath the locomotive by the wheel sets. They're actually located under a false top here in the roof, which I'll go ahead and demonstrate. A little magnetic top. This lifts off. You can see the magnets there. And inside, if you can get a look at that, on the right-hand side you have the volume control, followed by the smoke, no smoke, speed control is next, and then finally on the left-hand side there is the switch that controls the engine ID, assigning the engine ID. So very convenient. I went to flip this thing over, couldn't find any of the switches, had to break out the manual, and was able to determine that the switches were located here. So kind of a neat feature. I really like it. I wish they would do this in all of their units. And here we go, the startup. Okay, it sounds like an Alco. Looks like an Alco. It does not smoke like an Alco though. I've got the smoke turned off. I typically do not run smoke in any of my diesel units. I reserve smoke just for the steam units. And let me try the bell. Not bad sound, pretty generic. I guess I would like to see something a little bit more specific to this unit, but for the most part it sounds good. Fidelity is wonderful. No static or interference or anything like that, distortion in the sound. It's just maybe the sound set itself could be a little bit better. Okay, let's go ahead and get this thing shut down. So that's a quick overview of the Lionel rail sounds. Now I will go ahead and attach some cars to this thing and get it going around the layout. that's it for the talking. We're somewhere along an old Pennsylvania line in the early 70s. Let's watch some trains.